InObscuria.
Welcome back, my friends, to the InObscuria podcast, a podcast where we exhume obscure rock and punk and metal, and we put them in one of three categories: the lost, the forgotten, or the should-have-beens. My name is Kevin Williams, and I am joined today by the man who's celebrating his birthday all month long, Mr. Robert Harrison.
Yes, finishing up week 2, coming in strong. Birthday celebrations. This was easier when it was 25 years ago, but pushing through. We finished up another birthday party last night. Sorry you couldn't be there. But
yeah, sorry, couldn't make it.
Yeah, sorry. That was interesting. That was one of the more interesting birthday parties I've ever had. It was about 10, 11 friends in a
You only
warehouse.
turned 21 once.
Exactly. Yeah, so that was, God, thank God. Criminal record even more than I do.
So what went on? What did I miss?
So I got a friend of mine that has a really cool warehouse that he lives in. You know, this really cool, he's got a loft space in it, but then he's got this workshop, and it's one of my favorite places because it's got remnants of all these things he's built over the years, like art projects and art cars and just weird and wacky stuff. He's really creative and really cool. So we're in the middle of his workshop, and Chelsea, our friend Chelsea, is cooking.
Who's been on the show?
Who's been on the show. Is cooking up my favorite seafood gumbo in the middle of this warehouse, and we're hanging out, and then my friend brings out some homemade moonshine to sample.
Ooh.
And so that was going on.
Which is also made in the warehouse?
Yes, a different part of the warehouse. Kind of around the corner in the back.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's got that going on.
People really are going to think we're rednecks.
Oh, yeah. So this is like Mr. Florida's.
This is in Atlanta.
White trash birthday party.
Yeah, this is happening in Atlanta, in the city of Atlanta.
They're all, making it, it was my birthday. So it was like, oh, what does Robert want? And turns out it was seafood gumbo and some moonshine. And if that wasn't enough, we're hanging out. And I was just looking around going, God, this is awesome. Just hanging out with friends, having some gumbo, having some drinks.
Drinking some shine.
Some other things. And all of a sudden the door opens and I hear somebody playing trumpet. And I turn around.
It wasn't taps, was it?
No. Thank
Okay,
God.
good.
No, that's like, oh, boy.
Yeah, watch out for that.
Yeesh. Son of a bitch, a mariachi band walks in. An actual mariachi band, full dress, everything, coming in.
Nice.
They start serenading me. And we got a free, not I don't know about free, but a concert from this mariachi band who happens to know my friend. And they had been playing at restaurants and bars all day. And now their shift was over. And on the way home, they stopped by our party and gave us a little concert. It was awesome. I mean, you couldn't have asked for something more perfect.
You can't beat that.
No. Sometimes you're at a Mexican restaurant, it's kind of kitschy or it's kind of gimmicky, and you're like, I'm just trying to talk here and I can't hear anything. But when you're the guest of honor and they're playing for you specifically,
right?
I mean, they were asking for requests, and I think my friend yelled out "Freebird" just to be a jackass, and they just really looked at him like,
I thought you were gonna say they did it.
I wish. No, but they kind of looked at him like, really, you had to be that guy. And I was thankful it wasn't me, because normally I'm that guy.
No,
but it was my birthday, so yeah, we got a free show that the tequila was pouring. They actually preferred bourbon. And so we're getting
the mariachi band.
The mariachi band was asking for bourbon.
Wow, they're done with the tequila.
Yeah, they're probably all day at the restaurants. But yeah, so we got them hammered and had a good time. And yeah, that's my kind of birthday right there.
Wow. Well, after you drink shine and listen to a mariachi band, go listen to Pod of Thunder, Cobras and Fire, Grown Up Rock, Slamfest Podcast, Decibel Geek, A to Z Radio, Metal Up Your Podcast, The Hustle, Disciples of the Watch, Podcast Rock City, State of Amorica, Rock Strikes 10, Potter Than Hell, Podkiss, The Kiss Room, Ages of Rock, Retro Zest Podcast, The Synaptic Empire, and Monty's Rockcast. Come visit us at InObscuria.com. Like us, share us, or recommend us Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And do we have any reviews, Robert?
Let me check. No, I don't see any.
No, but guess what we do have?
We have a magic box sitting over there.
We have a package, a delivery.
Is it ticking?
We will find out.
Has the TSA drug dog over there in the corner?
Yeah, come here. Smell this thing.
Dio, come here.
Dio, smell this. Over here.
Is it other side?
All right.
Oh, there he goes. He's just now figured it out. Okay, let him check it out. He's sniffing the box. Oh, he's still sniffing the box.
He's interested.
He's keyed in on something. Oh. Is it more potted meat?
What was that crazy sound?
I don't know. Biscuits are done? Is that some Hickory Farm sausage in there? What you
I
got?
don't know, but he's sniffing it for quite a while.
Yeah,
so
there
it's
must be something good in it. What?
Yeah, so we got a package, and this is, I was trying to see who this is from, and then I knew that I needed to bring it over here. It arrived at my home, but it says it's from Coldwell.
Oh,
so,
we know a Mr.
We know a Mr. Coldwell
Yes.
who happens to be in Boston, and this says Scarborough, Massachusetts. So I believe that's what it says. My bad eyes.
That's right outside Boston somewhere.
Yeah, so maybe that's what it says. I don't know. I can't read. Let's see what we have here. All right, package. We've got a USB. Let's see.
Maybe it's got secret files on there.
Secret files. We have a CD. It's called Kiss of Death. And looks like this is a cover CD. I'll let you take a look at that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Steve.
Nice cover.
We got a card here. Let's see what he says. It's an Iron Maiden Christmas card, by the way.
What?
An Iron Maiden Christmas card. That's pretty cool.
He outdid himself. This is incredible.
Dude, he's got a lot here. There's a lot here.
Okay, we can paraphrase.
Da-da-da.
Is it one of those? This year, the Caldwell family.
This is what we did.
Went to Disney World. That was January, and then everything else sucked because of COVID.
There's a lot in here, and we have very low lighting, and my bad eyes. I'm not going to get through it.
Don't hand it to me because I'm worse.
But basically, he's saying apologies for the lateness. So what's on this USB is he and I had corresponded a while back when we did our Maiden versus Priest episode.
Oh, yeah.
And I had mentioned that I was always looking for the Adrian Smith Project, also known as ASAP, Adrian Smith, and I don't know what the other A is.
And Project.
And Project. So this is the Adrian Smith Project. He said he got it back in the day, and so he put it on USB for me. And then he says that he's given us some extra stuff. So there's some other solo stuff from Psycho Motel, which was another Adrian Smith joint, and then something else called Primal Rock Rebellion. So we got some nuggets that possibly we can feature on a future episode. So
yeah, we'll run it past our staff, make sure there's no viruses on there.
Got to check you out, Steve. Get with our IT department here. Yeah. But dude, thanks so much. He says, thanks for making Fridays just a little easier for me. I started listening back in March, and it's great wrap up to the week with a couple of kindred souls when it comes to loving the lost, forgotten, and should have beens.
Nice.
So he's looking forward to many years of InObscuria in the future. Well, we'll see.
We're getting less and less obscure.
We shall see. We hope for that as well.
There's a lot of rocks to uncover and find more obscure stuff out there.
This is so cool. This is our first mail. We had the mail bag, and it has one thing in it.
It's like official now. We really have a podcast now.
Well, I know, Steve. You just made us feel legit, dude. Yeah. So thank you so much. So, it is that time, Robert.
Oh, is it something up on the roof?
Dio's like, what is that?
Yeah, he's not real happy.
He's not too happy about that.
No, he's
okay. You're not part reindeer.
No,
all right.
He's despite his ears.
It's that time of year, man.
Yeah,
it is Christmas
4th of July.
Oh, it is Christmas time, and so Santa dropped this off at my house by mistake. This is supposed to go to you, I believe. Uh-huh. It's your very own juice harp.
What? Oh, hang on. This goes with the moonshine theme.
So this really brings it full circle with your redneck theme from last night.
And I have no idea how to play this. Despite the fact
you actually have to put it against your teeth. Yeah, you put that piece against your teeth.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it has to sit against your teeth.
That hurts.
You hold the sides. There you go. And then as you kind of open and close your mouth on the inside, there you go. Got a little work to do.
Oh, man, we're practicing with this. Going home to see the family for Christmas, that's all they're going to hear.
Oh, so I think everybody should have a juice harp for Christmas. Much better. You might be a redneck.
This is the best thing. Okay. I got some pretty good gifts the past couple of weeks, but this tops it all.
Oh, man. Well, I got to tell you, dude, I was drinking some funky eggnog the other night, and I just had some visions of sugar plums dancing in my head, and so I thought we would call out today for some different spirits. We're going to call out the Christmas spirits. Ooh. So here's what we had a little Christmas episode last year. We were kind of tired of dealing with 2020, and we said, 2021 is going to be so much better. So much better.
Screw 2020.
Right as we start to rev up the old
winter.
What do we call it? There's got to be some other name for it now other than just pandemic. It's got to be some kind of cycle. I don't know. They got to give it names.
Yeah, we're turning into just a regular, okay, we got this break, and now it's getting worse, and we all panic, and then, it's all better now. No, it's not all better now.
No. Back to doom and gloom. So we're not going to worry about any of that stuff today. last year we played some great rock and Christmas songs, and
God.
it got me thinking for this year, how much, I know your dad was a music director in a church,
Yes.
so how much was Christmas music, what was the importance of Christmas music in your family?
Oh, good Lord. I mean, there were Christmas specials at church with 4 or 5 different choirs. You had handbells. So leading up to Christmas was like the busy season for him. Easter, any holidays like that. But Christmas, you had Christmas musicals. So he was gone a lot. But at home, it was my mother that would listen to Christmas music. My dad had an earful of it by the time Christmas actually rolled around. So my mother would pull out the Elvis Christmas stuff while my dad was gone because he didn't like Elvis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's just a weird thing. I guess,
Interesting.
He just came along at the time where he didn't care for Elvis and all that hip shaking and stuff like that. But my mother had to hide the records from her dad because her dad didn't like him, because of the gyrations and stuff like that.
Right. Well,
but she would buy
poisoned
albums.
her brain.
Oh, yeah, it totally corrupted my mother. But yeah, so she would pull out the Christmas albums, and then it was my sister, who was 5 years older, that would also want to listen to the Christmas stuff. So it strangely came from my mother for the most part. But then for family trips and things like that, there would be, at least one radio station playing Christmas music that we'd have to listen to all the way to grandparents' house.
And that's kind of where I'm going today with what we're going to talk about, because it was the same way in my house. Big time. My parents had one of those old stereo systems that looked like a piece of furniture.
Like 6 feet long.
Yeah, super long.
Yeah, we had that.
Has the speaker inside of it and the turntable inside of it, and you close it up and it literally looks like a piece of furniture.
A credenza. Or console or credenza.
Yes. So one side you slid open, had all where you stored your records. The other side had your turntable. And they would start right after Thanksgiving. They'd start putting on all the old crooners.
Bing Crosby, Christmas.
Yeah. All the Rat Packs.
Mel Torme.
Yeah. You had Tony Bennett. You had Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin.
Sammy Davis Jr.
Oh, God. What's the we said Bing Crosby. What was the other guy?
That's all they had back then.
There's another one.
There's only 6 of them.
Perry Como.
There
we go.
Oh, God.
Perry Como. So they'd start playing all that, and then they also had stuff like more from when they were in college, like I don't know, the more kind of kitschy surf rock and roll Beach Boys kind of
a Beach Boys
Christmas
stuff. Yeah.
We heard
Mamas
a lot of
and
that.
the Papas.
Yes, they love that. They love that. Carpenters, stuff like that.
Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Yep. Ooh, I don't know. I don't remember that one, but anyway.
How many times must a man... Yeah, whatever.
Okay. So anyway, I thought, well, let me Google new 2021 Christmas albums, because it was always the old stuff with my family, and I actually appreciate a lot of the crooners kind of stuff. When I hear that stuff, it just reminds me of my
nostalgia.
Youth. It was very nostalgic, and I still like hearing that stuff, but you only have so much of it, and it plays over and over and over, and you hear that same stuff when you go to any store before Thanksgiving, even in the States. I don't know how it is in other parts of the world, but they have just overdone Christmas here. It starts basically after Halloween, so it starts in early November. But I Googled new 2021 Christmas albums just to see how our rock and punk and metal have really come through with the Christmas albums as well. And here's what I found. Kelly Clarkson, Rob Thomas, Nora Jones.
Oh, she's nice.
The Pistol Annies. Have you heard of this group?
I have not.
A Nashville country group. You might want to look at them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just check them out. And the only kind of rock guy that I found that released something this year, even though this album doesn't sound very much like him or like rock, Steve Perry released a Christmas album a month ago.
He's singing again?
He's singing again. He put out an album last year.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
And it was not very good.
I thought he was like warming up to rejoin Journey and have this big reunion. He can't hit those notes, though.
Yeah, the guy from Journey. I mean, he can still sing, but his solo album last year, I didn't like it at all. It wasn't rock. It was very adult contemporary. Sound like an old dude singing. And then this Christmas album, I just thought, well, I'll just take a little listen to it. Yeah, it's the same old stuff, and it just sounds like an old guy singing a Christmas song.
He needs to do what Robert Plant did. He hooked up with Alison Krauss, and they're killing it. They're touring. The albums are winning awards. They've done, I don't know how many albums now, but they go really well together, and it's this folky, bluegrassy, roots rock.
That's kind of where Plant was headed anyway.
Yeah,
he's been doing that.
He doesn't have to hit the crazy notes because it doesn't fit with this music.
And he can't.
Yeah, he can't. But he does this really well. Yeah. And he's a good songwriter, or great songwriter to start with. So with Alison Krauss in tow, there's a huge amount of talent there.
Yeah. Yeah. So then I just started thinking about satellite and even terrestrial radio. they basically play the same music over and over when it comes to Christmas music. It's either the traditional stuff that we just talked about, the crooners, or it's gospel, or the pop rock that continues to come out like the Kelly Clarkson and all those.
It's just rehashing of the same.
It's kind of rehashing the
songs.
same pop versions of the Christmas songs. And it just got me thinking, there are no stations that I found, and satellite should be doing this. I'm sure there are internet radio stations that are yelling at me right now, like A to Z.
Please yell at us. Tell us where to find that.
But there's just no stations really playing the other genres. So let's talk about the genres that we care about. What are they playing Christmas-wise? Are there any groups in these genres that we like in rock and punk and metal?
Is there a Motorhead Christmas?
Well, we played a Lemmy song last year. We played Run Rudolph.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So,
but it wasn't a full album, though.
It was not a full album. Yeah, so we're going to talk about episode 106, Merry Rock and Punk and Metal Christmas. So we're just going to have a little fun today. And I got some things queued up for you. We're going to talk about, first and foremost, could there possibly be a traditional heavy metal or power metal Christmas song or an artist out there doing it?
Well, okay, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, how does that fall into
you could definitely call them, because they came from Sabotage.
Sabotage, yes.
Yes, which was very much so in that thrash power metal kind of area when they were in their heyday, and they got wise to the money that they could make doing Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and they've been doing it ever since.
And they work 30 days a year, and it's glorious.
And they have 2 or 3 different versions of that group. So
they do. See, I wondered about that, how they could hit all those dates.
Yeah, they do it in the U.S. They do North America and Europe, I think, at the same time. So
okay, so there's not necessarily a certain person in the band. It's just the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
My understanding is they split up the continents that they tour, because they basically toured the holiday season.
Yeah, genius.
So here's another one that we have talked about very recently. In fact, in episode 101, we talked about Maiden versus Priest. So let's hear how the metal god himself, how he does on his Christmas album. Yes, in 2009,
it's a Halford
Rob
Christmas.
Halford released Halford 3 Winter Songs.
Have a happy Halford Christmas.
Well, it's got some more traditional stuff on it, and it's kind of cool. You would never have realized what he could do with some of these songs. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the interpretations that we want in our Christmas songs. So let's take a listen to what Rob Halford can do with a very traditional carol, O Come, Emmanuel.
Whoa. That's pretty decent shredding at the end of that.
It's a lot of shredding at the end of
Does
that.
it say who that was?
I only have the digital version, so I'd have to look it up. I'm not sure. I don't have any liner notes or anything, but it came out in 2009. So he was back in Priest at that point. So I don't know if it's Richie or if it's somebody from the band or if it's who he worked with in Halford originally.
But you got Halford. You can't go wrong with some power chords and some dunk chicka dunk chicka dunk chicka dunk.
Yeah, it was like Maiden. It was like Maiden meets Priest.
Yeah, because you're very familiar.
Gallop.
Again. Yeah, I love the gallop. That's what got me into Maiden was Run to the Hills and those kind of songs. Yeah, so love that.
Absolutely, but not that crazy to think that exists, right?
No,
because we just said Sabotage turned into Trans-Siberian, kind of on the same level of the style of music that they're playing. So
he's been around a long time. He's done the same things over and over again. And
I think he has a second one. I think he has 2 of these out now.
It pads that retirement a little bit.
He's just
people are going to buy it.
Dude, he's a great singer. I don't care what he sings. I wish he'd do a Hanukkah album. I want to hear Dreidel with Rob Halford. Dreidel! Okay, so that was pretty easy, I think. How about old school, snotty, anarcho-punk? Could they possibly put out a Christmas song of an old school punk band? Yep.
Oh, it's got to be something out there.
Yep, there's something out there. So let's take a listen to one of the UK's first punk bands, formed in 1976. They're peers of The Damned, The Pistols, The Clash, but you may not know them unless you're just really into the old school punk. This is a band called UK Subs, and they were one of the very first punk bands to be labeled hardcore punk, which when I got into punk, I got into hardcore. It was the Social Distortion, it was Minor Threat, Misfits, all that kind of stuff that they kind of lump into hardcore or that Orange County scene, but it actually started in the UK, so they called the UK Subs one of the first hardcore bands. So let's listen to this band who have had, in 45 years, over 32 members.
Next!
The only mainstay and consistent guy is Charlie Harper, who's the vocalist, and you'll find out why. He's a character and what we're about to hear. But their first 3 albums charted in the UK, so their stuff from the 70s charted and then kind of nothing after that. But they've had 22 full-length albums, and this is cool. Not only have they released the albums, but they've had, obviously EPs and live albums. Their first 26 releases started with consecutive letters of the alphabet.
That's commitment.
I know, right? And so across their EPs and full lengths, their first album was called Another Kind of Blues. Second album was called Brand New Age. Their third album, CID. Every album, they've been through the alphabet, so now they can't do it anymore, but that's commitment.
Well, it's just like the viruses now. They're going the Greek alphabet.
Exactly. I think Peloton is next, right?
Alpha, beta, gamma,
after
delta,
Omicron,
Peloton?
After Omicron, you have Peloton, I believe. I don't know, something like that. Well, let's listen to the UK Subs, and they're very heartfelt. Warms your soul when you listen to this song.
Cockles of your soul.
Oh, just warms your cockles. This is a song that everyone's grandma puts on every year. This is Hey Santa Claus by the UK Subs.
Quite often I get to thinking, as kids how we got by. Like Christmas time in our house, we couldn't afford a fire. But we got by in our house. Back then when I was young, Dad used to suck a peppermint and we'll all sit round his tongue. We didn't have no tinsel on our Christmas tree, so we just wheeled old Grandad in and made the old cunt sneeze. Tissue! Wheel him round the other side, Granny. Tissue! Well, time goes so fucking fast. I've got kids now of my own, and I heard them unwrap their presents last night when I got home. Santa Claus, you cunt! Where's my fucking boy? I ran up to this other jack, there's nothing what I like. I wrote your fucking letter, I've come to see it twice. You geriatric wanker, where's my fucking boy? If I wanted a pair of fucking socks, I would've fucking asked. Ping pong stand cowboy suit, stick right up your arse. When I might my order up, it's enough to make you spew. But it's not just me who's crying, my sister's pissed off too. Santa Claus, you cunt, where's my fucking poem? You promised me, you fucking cunt, you know who I am. Cause I'm a little girl you made sit right on your hand. Never mind your ho-ho-ho, where's my fucking poem? This time I come to see him, gonna punch him in the gut. Turn his fucking reindeer and kick Rudo in the nuts. Just you wait till next year, we come through that store. Me and my little sister come running through that door.
one for the family Christmas morning right there.
Nice family Christmas. Hope everybody had the family pulled by near as you were listening to this.
Gathered around the tree.
Gathered around the old fireplace. Get a little cup of cocoa.
We'll see how the conversation is going this year. I may just pull that out. Go, all right, going home. See ya. I'm done. See you next year.
That's about as punk rock as you can get.
That is.
That's a punk rock Christmas right there. How about, could it possibly be that a hair metal band play a Christmas song?
Oh, they can do anything.
They can do
amazing.
anything. They're
Such talent, such range.
Last year we played some Twisted Sister, so we know they can. I might have to pick a different one this year. So let's go to our
Bullet Boys.
One of our favorite Canadian bands. We talked about them and played them in episode 85, which was the heavy metal mixtape, 82, 83. Remember that cool mixtape my cousin gave me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we played a song from this band. They're called Helix. So Helix put out a heavy metal Christmas album.
Was that the one where the guy had the 4-sided guitar? What was that?
No,
video?
that was Nitro.
Nitro. Sorry, yeah. That was always like the pinnacle of cheesiness, that video with him
and
4-sided
actually,
guitar.
This is coming out the week of Christmas. In fact, our episode drops. You're listening to this, I think, on Christmas Eve. Monday of this week, you can hear Pot of Thunder talk about a Christmas song that Nitro did, and Chris Jericho joins them, and it's hilarious. So go check out that episode.
That's a perfect mix.
Love those guys at Pot of Thunder, and obviously Jericho as well, and they really have fun with the horrible song that Nitro did.
Yeah.
We're gonna play a good song by Helix. This is a good one. So I remember, I think you remember I talked about Helix. They were the band that I remembered seeing a picture in Circus Mag of the drummer wearing this like red Borat onesie, and it looked like he had a tuck going on because there was nothing going on, and it was really disturbing.
He was poorly adjusted.
Yeah, he was standing on the drum throne. I'm like, it was disturbing.
Yeah.
Well, here they are doing a little Christmas song. So here is Christmas Time Again. No, that's not right. Christmas Time Is Here Again. Something like that. From Helix, 2008.
Look out, everyone below. Clear some room to land that sleigh. Santa's here on Christmas Day. Santa knows if you've been naughty, oh, you're nice. Under the mistletoe, I had to squeeze you twice. Christmas time is here again. Christmas time is here again. Christmas time is here again. Christmas time is
If John Corabi is busy whenever Vince Neil finishes imploding, Motley Crue should call this guy. He'd be a dead ringer for him.
Brian Vollmer, yeah, man.
Yeah, he sounds just like him. That's great.
And why is the Hallmark Channel not playing this song?
Yeah.
I mean, what's up?
Cheesy ass crap they got on
We
there.
got like 3 different holiday channels on Sirius XM, and none of them play this.
And it was a good song. That is not over the top extreme. That'd fit in on the rock channel.
Why can't you have a rock and
roll Christmas channel?
Yeah, what's up with these people? And especially the next song that we're going to play. I mean, I don't know about you, but when I think Christmas, I think thrash metal. That's what I think. I think
by the end of Christmas, I'm ready for some thrash metal for sure.
Well, I mean, yeah, Christmas Day, and especially this song that we're
Burn
about
down
to
a
play.
Christmas tree.
I mean, let's just listen to it, because when I think Silent Night, I think thrash.
And that's off of the album Sesame Street Christmas, featuring
Cookie Monster.
Be sure to leave out your Christmas cookies.
Silent Night. Don't give me cookie.
Hi-ho. Kermit here.
Any idea who that might have been?
No, it's horrible. I mean, the music was great. I love the music, but you and I will never get past the fact that was Grover's cousin, the Cookie Monster.
So that was actually just a bunch of thrash all-stars. So that was done for a song or an album that was called "We Wish You a Metal Christmas and a Headbanging New Year" that came out in 2008. And that was a big mashup of Chuck Billy from Testament, and that was him doing the Cookie Monster growl, which is not always the thing that he does in Testament, but that was Chuck. That was Scott Ian of Anthrax.
Okay.
And John Denaeus, who is also now in Anthrax, but he was also in Shadows Fall. Chris Wise from The Cult, and John Tempesta on drums from Exodus, Testament, and The Cult.
That's kind of a super group when it comes to thrash metal.
Super thrash group. Yeah.
I'm sure they had fun with that, but like I said, that I can't get past that because it wasn't really enough to be doom rock. It was just Cookie Monster rock.
Yeah.
Which if they would have just said that, like, oh, hey, this is our version of what Cookie Monster likes to listen to, I'd be like, yeah.
Now, did your mom put that on the old turntable when your dad wasn't there?
Yeah, she cleaned the house. She'd put that on and made her work faster.
Okay, well, maybe we try the next genre. Maybe that'll float your boat. Could there possibly be a ska core?
Oh, I hope so. That would blend well.
Well, let's just see.
Because they have horns.
Yeah, and you know what, Robert? You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You've got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 3.5 ball. You're a vile one, Mr. Grinch. You have termites in your smile. You have all the tender sweetness of a seasick crocodile, Mr. Grinch. Given the choice between the two of you, I'd take the seasick crocodile. You're a foul one, Mr. Grinch. You're a nasty, wasty skunk. Your heart is full of unwashed socks. Your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch. The 3 words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote: stink, stank, stunk. You're a rotter, Mr. Grinch. You're the king of sinful thoughts. Your heart's a dead tomato splotch with mullion purple spots, Mr. Grinch. Your soul's an appalling dump heap, overflowing with the most disgraceful assortment of deplorable rubbish imaginable. Mangle up and tangle up, nuts! You nauseate me, Mr. Grinch! With Oz, you super Oz! You're a crooked jerky jockey and you drive a crooked horse, Mr. Grinch! You're a 3-decker sauerkraut toadstool sandwich with arsenic sauce!
Is never realized how well ska and Dr. Seuss goes together.
You could probably do a whole Seuss album.
I'm pretty sure he listened to ska. I mean, you had with the horns and everything else that ska has, for the most part, has a sense of humor about it. It's badass without taking yourself that seriously. So that fits in with the silliness and the wackiness and all the horns that Dr. Seuss would draw. And and you see that had musical,
the
crazy
musical
instruments.
Yep.
Yeah. So I've built things in tribute to that. My grill is a tribute kind of to some of that wackiness, the Seuss machine.
The Seuss machine.
Yeah,
so it's a pizza oven.
It's a pizza oven that resembles something that he would have in his backyard to cook on. So yeah, I love that. That blends very well together. I'd love to hear more of that.
Yeah, so that was a ska core band from Detroit, Michigan. They were part of that whole third wave of ska bands, and they had some pretty significant mainstream success in the mid to late 90s. They were called the Suicide Machines. Mm-hmm. They're still called the Suicide Machines. They're still around. And they actually have 7 albums since 96. They kind of went away from ska. They were ska. They went away from it after they had a little mainstream success, and then they came back to it in their later years. So they're more back to where they started. And they're actually, they put on something in Detroit every year, although they haven't done it in the past 2 years due to the pandemic, but it's called Detroit Black Christmas. And it's a festival, and they do it every year, and they're usually the headliner. So the Suicide Machines, go check them out if you're not familiar with them.
That'd be a good road trip next year.
Really good. Yeah, it'd be fun. Okay, are you ready for some hard rocking Christmas?
Yeah, we've had a lot of different Christmases so far. What else you got?
Well, I got something that just might give us today's Kiss connection with a K.
Well, you started off with a Kiss CD.
Yeah, well, here we go.
Kiss of Death.
See if you can figure out which member of Kiss, or potentially members, are involved in this.
Wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
All right, before we get into that version of the song, this particular Christmas song always bugs the hell out of me because it starts off, "We wish you a Merry Christmas. Now bring us some freaking pudding." It's like, what the
And
hell?
if you don't bring me some pudding,
We're not going anywhere.
I'm not leaving.
I'm standing right the hell here. So bring us some freaking pudding.
I think it's figgy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Still, it's kind of very demanding.
It is. It is.
Very
Yeah, it
asking.
starts off very lovely.
Yeah,
and
like,
then,
oh, hey,
then at
how
the
you
end,
doing?
it's
Bring us
just
a goddamn pudding.
It's just all about gimme, gimme, gimme.
Yeah.
Gimme, gimme, gimme! I need some more! Gimme, gimme, gimme! Don't ask what for! 1, 2, 3, 4!
Just that is the true spirit of Christmas. At least they're honest.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah. But
All
anyway,
right.
so
Any idea?
Brian May on the guitar.
Not Brian May.
Didn't it sound like it though?
Well, it sounded like a couple of badasses that happened to be in Kiss.
Oh, you know, I don't. All the other guys, I don't. You know, but
Yes.
other than Paul, I couldn't tell if it was. It could have been 15 different people, and they all sound the same. So
Yeah, so that was the brothers. That was Bob and Bruce
Okay,
Kulick
I
playing
figured it was
together.
this-
The Kulick brothers.
second string, third string.
Oh man, but those guys are so
Yeah, it sounds
badass.
great.
And it's cool for them playing together. They played together in Meatloaf's band back on his. They were his touring band.
The Bat Out of Hell.
back in the Bat Out of Hell days.
Oh wow, he was well,
I mean,
literally,
he was
He was huge.
and he was also really popular.
Yes, and sold a lot of tickets.
Yeah,
the harmonies on that—that's what it sounded. It gave me that Brian May, the run-ups. It had that Brian May quality where it would run up the scale into a harmony, and I love that. It sounded great.
So interesting. Not only did they play for Meatloaf together, and then Bob has played on several of the Paul Stanley when he did his solo album. He played several of those songs, if not the whole thing. And then he was also on side 4 of Alive 2. That was not Ace. They brought in Bob.
But is that the one he didn't get credit for in the album?
Oh yeah, he was a ghost player.
Yeah.
And then he also tried out for Kiss. He lost to Ace.
Ace, yeah.
Right? And so did JJ French from Twisted Sister. And then you have Bruce, his brother, who was actually in Kiss because Bob said, hey, you should try my brother out in the 80s. And so he was there all the way until the reunion. He was the Kiss guitarist, but he now plays in Grand Funk. And you had the singer Jeff Scott Soto, who was Malmsteen's singer, and he's been in numerous other bands. And then you had the bass player from The Cult and Ray Luzier from Korn on drums.
That's a curveball.
That's a curveball, right? Yeah. Interesting mix of dudes, and if that doesn't say Christmas, I don't know what does. That's just an awesome Christmas rocker.
It started off kind of repetitive, and then at the end they started letting loose. I'm like, yeah. And once again, this could easily be in rotation in a Christmas channel that I would listen to.
Exactly. Why have they not done that? There's enough of these songs out there. I mean, they play the same 12 songs anyway on the other channels. Why not play some of these?
They could get a 2-hour block enough to do a 2-hour rotation, and that'd be fine.
Well, let's talk about prog rock.
Ooh.
You know, they did their 2 ones.
There's 3 hours right there with one more song.
There you go. So ELP, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, they had a hit back in the 70s with I Believe in Father Christmas.
Yeah,
so I'm not playing that one.
Love that song.
It's a great version.
And then Father Christmas by the Kinks.
Yeah.
I love that. And that was kind of a rockin', edgy, Father Christmas, give us some money.
But you don't hear it.
No.
They don't play on the Hallmark channel.
No. I love that one too.
And then Jethro Tull, another prog band, they put out a Christmas album in the early 2000s. And then the one I'm going to play is my favorite bass player, one of my favorite bass players of all time.
John Entwistle.
Well, he's one, but no, I'm talking about Chris Squire, Mr. Chris Squire from Yes. He put out a Christmas album in 2007. Let's see if I can say the name of this album without getting tongue-tied.
Okay.
Chris Squire's Swiss Choir.
Chris Squire Swiss.
It's hard.
That's wow.
It's really hard, man. It's a
Okay.
mouthful.
Chris Squire Swiss Choir.
Yes, and there's no Swiss choir in this album. Apparently, they're all from the UK, but that's what he called it. And so, yeah, the Yes Man, he put out a solo album in 1975. All the Yes guys did. They took a break in 75. They all put out solo albums. He didn't have another solo album for 32 years, and this is what came out in 2007. A Christmas album was his second solo album, and it's an interesting album because it is a choir, and that was his background. I mean, he's an excellent singer in his own right. He provided all those backgrounds, and Yes, that's how you get that amazing Yes sound.
Yeah, the higher range.
That higher. Well, yeah, with John Anderson, who's already high too, but they both have those high vocals that just great harmonies. But he grew up in the choir. So this is an album of traditional English and European Christmas music. So not the same old American stuff that we're used to. So some songs that we may not
Anglican.
really know. Yes, very Anglo. And to help him out, he got, former Genesis guitarist Steve Hackett to play guitar on this. and he has King Crimson's drummer, and then he has an English Baroque choir to be his Swiss choir. Don't know how that works.
They're broken?
They're Baroque. They don't have any money.
Yeah. They got paid.
So this is going to be interesting because it's very prog rock, it's very Christmassy, and it's very traditional European Christmas. So check out, hopefully I say this right, Adam Leijebounden.
Leijebounden.
Yep.
That's pretty good. you classing up the joint in here.
Wasn't that majestic?
That was something that my father would have enjoyed. There was enough choral portions of that song, and the rocking part of it was not as rocking. It was just, on the between the jazz rock
very
spectrum.
proggy,
Very proggy. But the stuff that he liked was not that far from that. I mean, he didn't at church. It was very churchy. At home, there was still a lot of choral music, but like the special music they would have for holidays would have more guitars and more symphonic and keys and things like that. So this was very similar to what he would listen to, and so that therefore brings back a lot of memories because that's what we would hear him working on in his office or things like that, and practicing directing that. So that was cool. That was like high class Christmas music there.
You know what made that even more majestic?
What was that?
The fact that Ronnie James DOG got a little Mississippi leg hound in him while that was going on.
He was moved by the Christmas spirit.
Oh, he was moving all right.
He moved all over my leg.
Yeah, he was showing your leg who's boss.
Dominating my foot.
He made your foot his bitch.
He did not do that. I was telling you that he's almost 4 years old. In January, he'll be
He's
4
coming
years
back
old.
for more right now. Did you give him eggnog? What's up?
No, he's like I said, he's full of the Christmas spirit.
Oh, he's got the Christmas spirit.
I've been very fortunate that he has not done that as a dog. Now that he's 3, almost 4 years old, now he's starting to do it.
You know what he got you for Christmas? Some lipstick.
It's always your children that embarrass you in front of company, and he never does it when it's just the two of us. He always waits till somebody comes over, and we're sitting at the table in the kitchen. All of a sudden, he walks over. He's like, "Oh, how you doing?"
That was awesome. As we're listening to this very traditional, majestic music, he
just
gets a
walks right
little
over.
leg hound going.
He's like, "Oh, I see you're sitting down there. Just come over there for a second."
Clark, don't wear your short pants.
You son of a bitch. God, way to embarrass me, man. Just be cool, man.
He heard that juice harp earlier, and he's like, "Oh, it's all right in here."
That's all right, Uncle Daddy.
Oh, man. Wow. Well, let's see what happens when we play our next song. He's really liking this music today.
No romantic stuff anymore.
Wow. Ronnie James DOG obviously is Robert's. What kind of dog is he?
He's
actually?
a dumpster dog.
A dumpster
but
dog.
Technically, he is mostly Belgian Malinois, which sounds really fancy, which he is not. And he's got some boxer mixed in there. But I found him behind a dumpster right across the street from my house when I went to go throw something away 4 years ago. Well, almost 4 years ago. So
I think you're wrong. I think he's all Mississippi leg hound.
he's growing into one. He played it cool for the first 3 years just to make sure I didn't find another home for him. But now he's like, "Oh, yeah, this is my house. I'm owning it, baby."
All right. Well, for song number 8, let's go to a little new wave of British heavy metal.
It's a Nawabum Christmas.
It's a Nawabum Christmas. And here is an all-girl band that we played way back in episode 12, which was Excavation Nawabum, where we learned all about that particular genre. And this is a kick-ass girl group that were favorites of our friend Lemmy. Enough said. This is Girl School. Happy New Year.
Old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind.
yes, the song that you're expected to know the words to after you've been drinking for several hours.
I don't know those words sober.
Nobody knows the words. You know, like 10 words. After that, it's the stupidest thing. Yeah, because
Well, why don't you hear that on Dick Clark's Rockin' Eve?
yeah, give me
The
that
hell,
version
man?
versus Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, what the hell?
Whoever they
That's
are.
what they should be playing when that ball drops, or apple, or whatever it is,
Whatever
or peach, or wherever you
here,
are.
Here in Georgia, it's the peach, and up in
Stupid.
North Georgia, it's a possum. They have I'm not kidding. It's like up in
If you drop a possum,
it's a
he
possum
dies,
drop.
right?
Well, it's like roadkill, and they put it in a box. I'm serious. I'm not lying.
You're not
I
lying.
am not making that up. They go out and they find roadkill and put it in a box. And
You're
then drop.
really...
That's North
Wow.
Georgia, like around the area
You're
where
serious?
I'm serious. It's I don't remember the Ray-Ban or something like that. It's where Deliverance was filmed.
Well, that makes sense,
a
doesn't
portion
it?
of it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, the river portions up in the Chateau River or something like that. Anyway, yes. So yeah, the Old Lang Syne, God, they sound like they're hammered. It's just they're English. They just always sound like they're completely hammered.
Sound amazing. Love Girl School.
Yeah.
Great band. Okay, I have one last song for you. It's been a great year. I think we have one more episode this year left, and
do?
that will be my... Oh, let's hear your song. Here we go. Not bad. Not bad.
Wow, yeah, you got to put it right in your teeth.
Yeah, it's got to
I
go
didn't
in your
realize
teeth.
that.
It's got to hit your teeth.
Okay, there's going to be a lot of practice. And when we come back after the new year, expect a recital.
Okay, well, none of us can wait.
Yeah,
We just
InObscuria
can't
recital
wait.
time.
InObscuria recitals.
I'll
yes.
do my favorite covers.
The juice harp, which I believe is called the jaw harp, but I've always heard in the old deep south here it's the juice harp.
I can't. Yeah,
It's called a jaw harp.
Okay, I can't read the package because I'm
Yeah.
blind. So
Well,
and it's dark.
I thought, why not end with a genre that we both love that just really says Christmas? I don't
Space
know.
rock.
No,
No.
I thought we'd go goth.
That's my new genre.
Let's go goth.
Oh yes, that definitely says Christmas.
Well, I could only find one, and we played it last year. We're going to play it again.
nice.
So enjoy your typo negative.
Yes, I was
playing
hoping it
out
was that one
today.
I love this song.
Here's a little Redwater.
I love this song.
Christmas morning.
Oh my God. I always forget. It just drops off the face of the earth right there. It pisses me off. Damn it. That makes me so mad when it does that because I'm just totally into that song.
That's almost every song of theirs.
I know. And so every time it pisses me off. And I forget about it every single time. That, by the way, the song is just going to abruptly end in a second. And I'm just like, oh, yeah.
And Peter is still laughing from the grave.
He's still laughing. That's why I love him. Bless you, my child.
Oh, man.
What a great Christmas song.
Right?
I mean, just it embodies everything that I love about Christmas. You know, just disaster, murder, blood.
This year, the table's only set for 7. Last year, it was 11. You get the little girl crying.
Oh, the picture it paints. It's
my God.
Somewhere in Russia, there was a massacre and, Christmas was ruined, blah, 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 whatever. And just, I don't know, that whatever it is about that song that goes against every single thing that I should be listening to for Christmas.
But it's so good.
But it's so good. And, oh my God, it gets me going. Yeah, sorry.
I know we played it last year, but I just think it's
now our tradition.
Christmas tradition here at InObscuria. So with that,
yes,
I think we'll just call it a year.
Yes.
With the two of us. Next week, I'll be by myself doing the episode nobody needs to listen to.
Oh, you want to hang out with Dio then?
No, he likes an audience.
If you get lonely, that's true.
He likes an audience.
Like I said, if it's just me, he's like, whatever. But as soon as somebody comes over, he's like, oh, hey, let me show you my new trick.
Maybe he's an Amsterdam shepherd or something.
Amsterdam shepherd. Jeez. So yeah, he's going down South Alabama with me to see the family down there. My sister and nephew have a dog that they're friends. The dog came up to play. It's a foxhound, like you see in the cartoons, but it's an actual foxhound. It's as big as he is and kicks his ass. And so I think that's where he's got it from. But yeah, so he gets to have a family Christmas with everybody instead of staying here like he used to do. So it's going to be a good Christmas.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I hope everyone out there has a very Merry Christmas or whatever you celebrate and a Happy New Year.
Yes.
And we will see you later.
Later.